think out here, time just goes by a little bit slower. I'm here with people I love. I get to authentically kind of just be myself and kind of do the things that I love. And I think that's like a freedom that I don't see a lot of my peers like that they have. I grew up and I did everything just like your traditional Hmong kids. I did everything to please my parents, went to school. I struggled through school. I struggled in my career. I eventually worked myself up to a corner office, but I was just beat. I enjoy working with my hands a little bit more. I couldn't sit for 8 hours a day. There's a lot of people navigating in offices. There's a lot of relationship building. Couldn't take it anymore. Went to some dark places, fought off some demons, and I eventually moved out here just to kind of, slow things down a little bit. And so we started this farm, and we're still at the beginning stages. Just have a few animals out here, and some bees. Yeah, and we're just having fun doing it. There's a thing called guerrilla gardening, right? And it's kind of this premise of growing food in non-ideal spaces. And it's our goal to eventually go back into the city and teach classes about how to grow food in your city lots. But we didn't just want to focus on the gardening side. We wanted to teach people how to raise animals on small, sorry, the goats. Yeah, but we wanted to teach people how to raise animals and how to tend to them, and kind of teach a scaled down version of what we're doing out here. I was just always really fascinated with bees. Like, I had no experience working with bees like before here, but I always just thought, like as a kid, like it would be kind of cool to do this. And so I am crazy enough where, if I want bees, I'm just gonna get bees, and that's essentially what we did. Like I knew enough about bees to know that, hey, they're important for the environment and the role they play in the ecosystem. So it kind of fit our brand with regenerative agriculture. I'm gonna fire up the smoker here. So the smoker actually, there's a lot of controversy about what it actually does, but the bees, whenever they smell the smoke, they think that there's like a fire going on. And so what they'll start doing is they'll start engorging a lot of the honey and prepare to like move the whole colony away. So when you smoke them, you kind of just clear them out, and it kind of calms them down. Now their priority is no longer protecting the hive, it's more relocating or getting the heck out of there, right? Yeah, and then you kind of get used to it. Like I said, my first time working the bees, like I had no clue what I was doing. And I learned everything on YouTube, so, and you can only learn so much, you'll only get so much information on that. So we'll start digging into it. I like to peel this wax off at the top here. It starts sticking onto some of the like other frames, and that's why that one frame that I pulled from that top hive, this is where we make the lip balm off. We melt it down, run it through a filter, and the lotion, so. Yeah, so at the top there, you get a lot of honey. There's probably about maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 pounds of honey if this is all honey. But here you can see some pollen and some eggs at the bottom. But this frame is fairly heavy here. And see on the back here, you can see this is all capped honey back here. So, and then at the bottom, there's a few eggs in there, but this is all capped honey here. So this is our honey extractor. This is what the frames look like after we're done harvesting. So once we're done harvesting all the honey, there's still a little bit of residue and stuff on it. And then from here, because it's pulled off all the honey and everything else, at this point we can melt down. This is when we melt down the wax. And then this is where all of our products are made from. So a couple months ago, like the only people buying our products were like friends and family, and they're just supporting. And now we're kind of supporting. Now we're transitioning to like 90% of our supporters are people I have no clue of, just random monk people that see our stuff. And that's so cool to see. I have the monk community to thank for that. Lauren, you wanna come hold this? We're gonna get some honey, okay? Put it right here, okay?
Whoa.
Whoa, right. Whoa is right.
What kind of?
Whoa. Once I had my oldest daughter, I realized like, yeah, I couldn't lie to her. I couldn't see myself going and working this job for the next 20 years and telling my daughter that I loved it. And so I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, so then I can at least tell her to do something similar, to create her own path, to follow her dreams. Essentially, I can't tell her to do any of that if I don't follow my own dreams, right?